We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Well, let's start with a broad question.
Sure.
How is the school district doing right now?
Eric, before I answer that, I would like to speak on behalf of the district and extend our empathy for the young lady and her family during these hard times. At this time, our district goal is always to keep our kids safe, continue our educational process, and continue on with our traditions of academic success, athletic success, extracurricular success.
In general, how does the district? This is a silly sounding question, but how does the district feel? How's everybody? What's the temperature?
Okay, as the district, our goal is to educate children. We are focused on that. We are looking at our policies and our curriculum we have already embedded. We are looking to expand those policies to deal with these situations. We are reaching out to the community. We actually hired another counselor last night to be a liaison to the community, to our staff, to our pupils that are in need of this situation, and just to educate on these issues more than what we already have right now.
What are the needs of the students that can be handled by this counselor?
Right now, whatever they come up with, whatever they feel that they need at that time, we are prepared to handle that. Also, we want to reach out to the community, the city. We want to make this, we are a part of the community. We're proud to be a part of this community. We feel our school is a diverse school, a diverse community, so we have to have opportunities for people to come to us to talk about what their needs are, and then hopefully we can fulfill those needs.
Okay. The incident that started all of this off, and the facts will eventually come out in court.
Yes.
But it's largely believed that there were parties and that there was alcohol involved. Do athletes or students in the district have to sign off on any kind of code of conduct that would have discouraged this?
During the investigation when this happened, we investigated with all sports teams. We have cooperated with the police from the get-go of this incident. There are policies that are in place, athletic policies for that answer. Yes.
So do they have to? Do they sign? I know some schools have a pledge, or they have some sort of something that they sign off on. Does that happen here?
No.
Okay. Initially, it was my understanding that when it came to matters of disciplining the students that were alleged to have been involved, that was a matter being handled by Coach Suckach and the football program. Is that accurate, or who handles that sort of disciplinary action from the school and from the athletic department?
When we were initially notified of the event, proper protocol was taken. After that, it became a police matter. As it became a police matter, we have been cooperating with them from day one and up until now with the BCI police and so on. So that is in the police hands at this time. I cannot respond to that because of the legal matter.
Okay. Going back again to the courts, there were students who were called upon to testify. Some of those students who testified were suspended from athletic activity. One of them, it's my understanding, did not participate in a fall sport, who was also subjected to this discipline, but is now actively participating in a winter sport. Can you see why that might raise some concerns with people if this was a student athlete that was to have been disciplined for an admitted role that
Eric,
is now able to participate?
I'm sorry. Eric, I would love to answer that question, but due to FERPA laws and student confidentiality, I cannot comment on those remarks.
Okay. The video that's gotten people so upset, featuring prominently not a current student, not a football player,
yes,
but an alumnus. Looking at that, I would assume that behavior is not what you would want to exemplify a Steubenville school system.
Absolutely. The video is, if any part of that is true and so on, obviously we've seen the video, it's appalling. We have programs in place through the elementary, middle school, and high school to address these issues. Hopefully our students, and we are going to expand those programs, so hopefully our students can make better decisions and make decisions on their own when they are in school and also out of school.
Do you think there needs to be a kind of a resculpting in the minds of people about what this concept of school pride, what specifically for this school, what Big Red Pride means?
Steubenville has a long tradition of the school board and myself, and we have the goal of keeping our kids safe. Having the academic excellence is our main goal in order for the school system. With the culture and so on, we hope that we have our curriculum in place. We professionally develop our staff, our teachers, our coaches to hopefully, answer questions that students have at this time and try to make them better decision makers.
Do you, as the top administrator of the district, still have faith in Coach Suckach and that program?
Due to the ongoing investigation, that question is, I cannot really answer that question. That is out of my jurisdiction this time. That would be the school board.
So that's a question for the board.
Yes.
Who would we take that question to then?
Well, that would be something that is done when the board is in session and so on.
Okay. You may have read about the alleged confrontation he was to have had with, or the exchange that he had with a reporter from the New York Times. Was he disciplined for that? Is that something that the administration would look at and take action on if a representative of the school, especially somebody as high profile as
I was not there. I cannot speak for him, or will I speak for him during those matters.
He has expressed to us a desire to talk about it, but when we have asked him about it, he's referred us back to you.
Yes.
Is there a point at which you'll allow him to answer our questions?
At this time, I'm the sole spokesperson for the district.
Okay. Let's, as much as you can, and we've made an effort not to identify any of the juveniles involved in this because they're all underage and no one's been charged as an adult and no one's been convicted yet.
Yes.
This is a complicated question, but let's see if I can get to you what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
There's been a lot of concern of a potential cover-up in hopes of preserving a successful team, and without identifying the two student athletes that have been charged. My question is, these were pretty promising athletes. Can you verify that these were not athletes that were insignificant to the future of this program? Can you address that?
What I can address is that from day one that we were notified, proper protocol was done to investigate the situation. After it turned over to be a police matter, we fully cooperated with the police. We continue to do so, and I can tell you our first goal is our academics. Academics will come, even though we take pride in our athletic programs, we also take pride in our fine arts, our drama, our programs that have kids in them, Key Club and so on, our community outreach. We try to do every one of our programs. We try to do the best we can in every one. One is not above other, but I will tell you right now, academics is our first priority.
Let's talk about the things that have happened this week.
Yes.
Describe as best you can without giving anything away.
Sure.
What your response has been to the threats that have come through against the school.
Well, I was notified for the threat. That's proper protocol to do a lockdown. A lot of that is for student safety. We've been doing drills. It's part of our protocol all year: fire drill, tornado drill, lockdown drills, and we were informed by the Steubenville Police Department. We performed those drills at that time, and student safety at that time, at all time, is our number one priority.
Has it been disruptive for faculty, staff, and students?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It's been very disruptive at that time. When you have a situation of that sort, even though it was not a drill, we had drilled them before. At that time, it just comes to the point where it interrupted a school day. Whenever you interrupt a school day, and you interrupt students' lives and staff lives, it's a disruption.
There's been some network news coverage of it. There have been some people that have said, kind of anecdotally to us, parents that have said their level of concern is now raised to the point where they're talking about withdrawing their kids from the district. Is that happening, and is it happening in any great number?
Right now, I cannot comment or speak for the parents' point. We'll have to do research for that to look at it right now since it just happened. But that is their choice. That's a parental choice. They have to do what they feel is right for their child. And that's why we have beefed up our security just because of these. It's an unknown. We're in an unknown situation this time. We do have guards. Jefferson Security is at every school patrolling outside. And our schools are basically, you have to buzz to get in. They are locked. All the doors are locked to get in, to access for it.
Are those guards armed?
They're patrolling. They're not armed, but they do have access to a weapon in their truck.
Okay. As far as what you've instructed the faculty and the teachers to do, had heard a report that teachers were encouraged to not participate in social media at this point. Can you speak to that?
That's their own. We can only control our teachers during our school time, and that is, we have not said that.
Okay.
We did give them some PR training of saying, be aware of the situation there, but we do not control. We can't speak or control what happens off of school time.
That PR training, is that something in response to this, or is that something that you do?
Well, we do internet safety.
Okay.
We do it's called SIPA. It's internet safety, where the students and the staff go through it.
I think the last time you and I spoke face-to-face was last February, which was a pretty good day for the district, when for the first time a governor of Ohio moved the state of the state from Columbus to another place, and he chose the high school in Wells Academy.
Yes.
And at that point he said, because he took a lot of heat for that, and his response was something like, I think it's okay. It's good to provide a lift to an area, part of the state that's been kind of beaten down. Do you feel like we're back to square one again after this? This has been kind of a rough time.
Sure. But all we can do is provide the best education, keep our kids safe, and provide the best programs that's possible. We have dedicated staff members, dedicated administrators. Our board is dedicated to doing what's right for children, doing what's best for our staff, and also community related. We are a big part of this community. We're proud to be a part of this community, and we'll continue to be proud of it. And we just go back and work at what made the governor come here. We will continue to do every day.
The printed release that the district issued this morning, one of the last sentences in it was about how this can be a learning experience for everyone involved.
Yes.
Looking back on it, is there anything that you would have done differently?
At this time, no. Our main goal through this whole incident was when it went over to the police, cooperate with the police fully. Continue to cooperate with the police. And our goal is to graduate well-educated, compassionate, and good citizens every year, and to instill those values in our undergraduates.
This is kind of a hypothetical, but do you think the high-profile nature of the school has perhaps attracted critics that have made this worse? Would this have happened in another city, another school?
I can't answer for those guys, but but whatever it happens, we have a great administrative team up here with our board, working with our staff. But our main focus, our main goal is on our students. We're going to try to do what's best for kids every day.
I think people that know you already know this, but our hope is to put this entire interview up on the internet so people everywhere will see it.
Yes.
People that don't know you, I think it's important for them to, at least as part of the story, know that you are not from Steubenville.
No, I'm not.
So you are. Tell me or tell them where you've come from.
Well, I'm a High Valley resident. I come from a small coal mining town, Powhatan Point. It's about an hour away. I graduated from River High School. I graduated from West Liberty High School, and this is my 27th year in education. So
if someone were to say to you that there's a network or that there are insiders, really, I mean, other than this being your employer, you're an outsider to the community to a degree.
Yes, I came in, hopefully they hired me on my qualifications more so than, I was hired on my qualifications when I applied for the job.
Is this the toughest thing you've had to deal with as a school administrator?
No. I believe we've had deaths of students, Lee West death. When we have deaths, not put in light of this, of anything. It's horrendous. If a little bit of this is true, and with the internet, it's horrendous. Like as I say before, the empathy goes to the young lady, to the families, to their school, to their community, to our students, to our school, to our community. You know, education is still we're all in the education business, but you know, it's not a light of it, but you know, the death of students is, you know, you can't compare to any incident. They're all horrendous.
Yeah, yeah. What have you said, if a student has approached you with concerns about this, of any age throughout the district, what have you, as their top educator, said?
Right. That hasn't happened at this time,
Okay.
so I cannot respond to that question.
What would you say to a parent or a student that just said?
It all depends what they would ask me.
Okay.
And then we would have resources there. We have resources of our counselors, of our, just to fill out. I mean, we're going to touch base, we're going to reach base with the communities, the churches, because I believe now it's a community situation, and we're there to, and like I said, we're a big part of the community, and we'll do anything to make it a better situation every day.
Moving forward, and I know what you've said your goals are, but
Right.
Are you even able to look past it into you know, what changes might be made, what progress, what steps might be done to, and I know what you want to do to prevent this from happening again, but just to get, eventually someday, to get the school past it?
Yeah, we're going to expand our counseling program. We're going to expand our programs that deal with these issues that we're dealing with, and basically with character education, making good choices. It seems that it comes from that aspect of it, but also, like I said, expanding the curriculum, expanding education with these decisions, and bringing people from the outside. Sometimes people from the outside can prove a point better than if we keep saying it, and using outside resources by way of crisis centers or just using more agencies at this time.
I think you brought up a good point there, because I think a lot of the outrage that's happened have been not of issues that could be prosecuted or issues that are legal,
Yes.
but questions of character.
Absolutely. It's a horrendous act, a horrible act of what went on with the internet and the social media. And we were going to explore the more social medias to get them more educated with that, to be more specific. So with that learning point or teaching point per se, I think we have to be aware of, hey, you know, these are the situations that can happen. And unfortunately, it's come to light in Steubenville, Ohio.
Del, did you have anything you wanted to ask him?
Just one or two things.
Mhm.
Mike, outside of the regular school day, as I've heard people say, the school should have done more, okay? Outside of the regular school day and outside of school events, how far-reaching is the school's discipline? How far can you go to discipline kids outside of those?
With that, we are regulated by FERPA and also student disciplinary actions. And once it becomes a police matter, it's in the police's hands. We will not interfere with their investigation. We will respect their investigation. We will continue to cooperate fully with their investigation and whatever legal agencies that come down through that. As in BCI, we've dealt with, and whatever we can do to bring justice to this situation, we will do.
How do you respond to the people who fully believe that there is this culture in Steubenville schools of, as long as we have successful athletic programs, we're more than willing to look the other way? How do you respond?
Well, we have 2,450 kids, Del. We have 2,450 kids. 60 kids do not make a school district. One football program does not make a school district. It is part of our goal to achieve academic excellence, as in all our other programs, and our goal is to graduate these kids, make them compassionate, make them caring, and hopefully make them better decision makers.
Is it frustrating for you to hear that, knowing that there are some really outstanding young people in your district?
There's a lot of outstanding young people in our district. We just have to take that and build on the positives and do what we do every day. We have a long history of academic excellence. I'm not going to say here and give you our accolades and so on of that. That's data. That's a proven fact. And we're proud of that fact. And that's the main thing we're proud of. And I think everything feeds off of our academic excellence. If you have academic excellence, you care about it, our staff cares about it, our board cares about it, our parents and community care about our academic achievements and so on. But it's not, every day you come to work and you prepare your kids and you work on making them better and making them academically strong and making them better people.